Today on the deep dive, we are taking a look at a pretty unique machine, the Can-Am Ryker. And we're tearing into its first real endurance test, the 12,000-mile mandatory maintenance.
Yeah, and for a lot of owners, this is a real shock to the system.
Right. It's not just routine checks. This is, the first major mechanical overhaul.
That's the perfect way to put it. This 12,000-mile service is really defined by this idea we call convergence.
Convergence. Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's where all the mileage-based stuff, like, replacing worn-out parts, suddenly collides with all the time-based stuff.
Like the 2-year brake fluid flush.
Exactly. Everything comes due all at once. It makes for a very big and, let's be honest, a very expensive day at the shop.
So we're going way beyond the standard XPS4T 5W40 synthetic engine oil change here.
Oh, way beyond. The sources show they require separate oil changes for the gearbox and the final drive at this point.
So that's 3 different oil changes all at the same time? Or?
It's all about protecting very different parts of the drivetrain. I mean, the gears, the final drive, they're under enormous stress.
Okay, that makes sense.
And it's not just fluids. You have mandatory renewals.
Yeah.
The spark plugs, for one. A lot of owners actually upgrade here to something like an NGK iridium plug.
Right.
And you also have to replace both air filters.
That dual filter system really stood out to me, especially the one for the CVT, the transmission. Our sources are saying this is the second time that filter gets replaced. The first one was way back at 6,000 miles. Why is that one so critical?
No, it's all about heat, purely temperature.
Yeah.
If that CVT filter gets clogged up, the transmission just can't breathe.
And then it overheats.
It overheats, and that's what destroys the single most expensive wear item in there, the CVT drive belt.
And that belt replacement is non-negotiable at 12,000 miles. Looking at the notes here, the part alone is what? $230 to $500?
Easily.
So a savvy owner might think, okay, I'm pretty handy with a wrench. I can do that myself. But this is where the manufacturer puts up a wall.
A digital wall. Precisely. Because swapping the physical belt, that's only half the job.
Okay.
The vehicle's computer, the ECU, needs to be told you put in a new belt. You have to reset the belt life status and clear the maintenance code.
And you can't just do that from the dashboard.
Nope. You need specialized diagnostic tools, something like BUDS or a PowerVision 3. Without it, the job's not done.
Wait a minute, so the service is basically incomplete, it's invalid, until a dealer plugs in a tool and clicks a button.
That's the one.
And they charge, what, $410 plus tax just for the labor and the software access to do that one thing?
It's an enforced diagnostic lockout. It's a huge barrier.
Wow.
And that's just the powertrain. Moving on, you've got critical safety inspections, the mandatory 2-year brake fluid flush we mentioned.
Right, because brake fluid absorbs moisture from the air.
It's hygroscopic, yeah. It soaks up water. If you neglect it, your braking performance just degrades. It's a huge safety issue.
And the Ryker's 3-wheel chassis, that has its own special needs at this point too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. This service requires a full steering and suspension check, which almost always means you need a proper laser steering alignment.
Okay, but an alignment's a pretty standard mechanical job.
The alignment is, but just like the CVT belt, the job isn't finished there.
Let me guess. Another electronic reset.
You got it. After the alignment, the dealer must electronically reset all the stability control sensors. The steering torque sensor, the angle sensor, the yaw rate sensor, all of it.
So that's 2 separate diagnostic lockouts on one service, one for the belt and another for the safety critical steering system.
Both requiring dealer software. And we haven't even talked about the tires.
Oh right, the tires.
Yeah, that's the final big ticket variable. The rear tire wears out way faster than the front's. You're lucky to get 10,000 miles out of it.
So you are almost certainly buying a new rear tire at this service, adding hundreds more to the bill.
Which pushes the total service cost, parts and labor, well past the $1,200 pretty easily.
So to synthesize this for everyone listening, this 12,000 mile service isn't just about maintenance.
Not at all. It's really about a calculated convergence of major parts replacement hitting you at the same time as this persistent electronic lockout.
A lockout that forces you back to the dealer.
Exactly.
So here's a final thought for you to take with you. Given this unique 3-wheel design and this mandatory electronic reset of safety systems after a simple alignment, how might this kind of software evolution continue to influence and maybe even restrict an owner's freedom to do basic mechanical work on their own machines? Something to think about.